Hello, Stickasaurus here, and today we're going to talk about episode 6 of KingOhger that I had to watch 2 or 3 times to get right. I don't know. It's a weird episode, not in a bad way, but the pacing's odd. I don't know. We start out with Gira heading back to Kingdom Shugadum, and he's going to confront Rakils. He's there. The townsfolk start going crazy that the prince is back, since they found out, I guess, that he is Rakil's brother. While that's happening, the Bagnarok take over the TV waves or whatever and announce that they have cocoons hidden in all the cities underground, and if they don't hand over Gira, they are going to... Yanma shows up. He takes Gira to the castle. They're having a meeting of the kings, all the KingOhgers and Rakils. Gira goes wild as soon as he sees Rakils and tries to hit him with a sword. Dabowski and Rita stop him with the swords. And Yama's like, why'd you stop him? Let him go. Let him do it. Because clearly Yama doesn't like Rakils, and it's fantastic. So we get this weird dynamic where yellow and blue seem to be on red side, and purple and black are kind of, against them a little bit. I think they're slowly going to come over to the Gira's side. But to do that, they talk. Gira's like, I can't forgive you for what you said about sacrificing children and your people. And that seems to strike a chord with Rita, at least. It may be Dabowski, I couldn't quite tell. I might have missed it in my 3 watch-throughs. They get him in shackles. They start having their meeting. They're going through all the options. They give Gira over, and he has some sort of ability to talk to the shoe gods without their soul gems or anything. Gives that to the Bagnarok, or the cocoons explode and they fight them all, and they can't kill the cocoons because if they do, they explode. And then while doing that, Rita pulls out their agreement for the Quinten's Alliance, so all 5 kingdoms unified to fight against enemies, and Rakils pretty much cuts it in half, literally. Says either to join him or your kingdoms will not get protection from KingOhger. Blue says he's bluffing, and then, they start getting attacked, and they go to transform. This is where I get confused. They go to transform, and they can't. And obviously Rakils did something to not allow him to, but they don't say what? It's strange. Gira starts freaking out because they're just sitting there talking and not doing anything. So he calls KingOhger, and his bike comes flying in, saves him, grabs his sword, and he leaves. I don't know what he's called, but he's the one bad guy with the blue visor thing, the weird head, and he has the Sasori shoe god soul, and he's there. They're fighting, and then the other KingOhgers show up, transformed. It's weird. Like I said, I felt like they couldn't transform in the beginning, or they're trying to call their shoe gods. I don't know what actually happened, and then how they just could either, because I thought they needed the shoe gods to transform, because I feel like their soul encapsulates them and they transform. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't understand what exactly happened. But they're fighting. Yellow really wants Sasori's god soul for some reason. It doesn't explain it yet. I think that's next episode, but she keeps saying it's mine. She wants the scorpion god soul. She fights him. Black steals the soul from the bad guy. Meanwhile, Gira's in KingOhger by himself because they can't summon the other shoe gods, trying to fend off giant monsters. And then Rakils comes in, and he tells his townsfolk it's gonna be fine. He will save them. Gira gets knocked out of the cockpit, and he pretty much puts his sword up to Rakils and tells him it's not going to be that way. The townsfolk turn on Gira, see him as a bad guy. Rakils forces that point home. Dabowski gives Rakils the soul. Gira steals it anyway, and he summons the Sasori god, which is pretty awesome. It's pretty cool how he shows up, and the Sasori looks awesome. Gira pops in, he's piloting Sasori, fighting off the big guys, and then Rakil summons KingOhger. So KingOhger shows up, takes the cocoon, throws it up in the air, blows it up, and then Sasori won't listen to Gira, and then he stabs the KingOhger, and out comes this weird looking KingOhger, and this really turns the townfolk against Gira. They see he is definitely not for the kingdom, and all the KingOhgers are confused at what's happening, why there's another KingOhger. And we get to the end, and we see Rakil summoning God KingOhger 0, which obviously it seems like it's a man-made shoe god, in the image of KingOhger that he has control of, and we can see his cool sword. I really like his sword. It's not as fun as the regular KingOhger swords, but I like the colors on it. I don't know, it's really cool, the gray and gold. So it looks like he's got some tricks up his sleeve. Next episode certainly looks like a Himeno focus episode, and we find out why the Sasori means so much to her. So I'm looking forward to that. I don't know how I feel about this. Again, the pacing was a little weird, and not explaining if they could transform, not transform. I mean, if he would have said, "Oh, you can't summon your shoe god, but you can still transform" or something, just one line would have cleared that up. I don't know. Really puzzled me. That's why I had to watch like 3 times. I'm like, did I miss something? But no, I didn't. So I guess we're going to see what KingOhger Zero is all about. We know Ricul's eventually transforms into KingOhger. I'm going to watch 7 tomorrow. Hopefully get that review out this week before Saturday. I'm hoping. I know I'm bad at this. There's a lot going on this week. We got Always and Forever Wednesday, so that might be a whole thing. I really enjoyed this. I'm still enjoying it. The fight scenes were awesome. A little too movie-esque, if that makes sense, where there's so much motion you can't really focus on what's happening. I mean, when you get the glimpses of it, like, yeah, this is awesome, but it's kind of hard to focus what's happening. But until next time, thanks for watching. Follow me on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter, Stickasaurus. Facebook, Stickasaurus Comes with Props. Down in the description, you can find the link tree for a link to the merch store. We've got cool shirts, as well as the Discord. Come hang out. And the Patreon, come on over there. We just got a new video out last week exclusive to Patreons, as well as some files happening. And the polls are not quite finished for the community builds, the next 3. But they're getting close. So if you're interested in voting on those, make sure you pop in there and cast your vote. But as always, thanks for watching. Have a great day. I don't know their names.